Today I'm gonna be chopping away at my rear-wheel drive V8 Honda Prelude. And I really wish I was kidding, but I'm not. Our transmission is in place, but it's still not exactly where it needs to be. We need to raise it up a little bit, but the center console is in the way, so we're gonna have to cut that out. We're also gonna need to cut a hole in the cowl here because as it sits right now, we can't get the distributor in. So we need to make an access hole from the top so that we can drop it in without having to remove the engine every time. We do have to do a bunch of cutting today, which kind of sucks if I'm not gonna lie. But on the bright side, we do have our new rad and it looks beautiful. I still need to remove the fans off of the old rad and transfer them over to the new rad. There is a lot that we gotta do today, so let's get to it. This is really nerve-wracking because I've worked so hard on this car and now I gotta take an angle grinder and reciprocating saw to it. I just don't wanna mess it up. So let's hope for the best. The first thing I wanna do is see if we can get the distributor in here. So we're gonna cut a hole in the cowl. I just gotta remove this plastic piece here. Oh yeah, I forgot I gotta take the wiper arms off. Now it may be tough to see, but the distributor needs to go back here and that's right around here. So I wanna cut a hole big enough that we can try to work with it and slowly drop the distributor in without having to interfere with these bolts here. All right, so we've cut a portion of the cowl out and I've also removed the cab from the distributor. Okay, now I can see exactly what I need to remove. We're not quite there yet, but that's okay. The good news is it doesn't look like it's gonna interfere with the wiper assembly and we're just gonna miss. I'm just gonna mark off around the area here. And just to show you guys what we're working with, that's pretty much what I've marked, maybe a little bit more here, but that should allow us to drop the distributor right in. We are getting a little close to the wiper assembly, so I just decided I'm gonna remove it because it's just gonna make my life a lot easier. Let's see where we're at right now. Yes, we are good now, guys. I don't know which way this got to spin right now, but actually I should check. Now let's get the old fans off and put them on the new radiator. Well, that's looking pretty good. And I also think that there's gonna be enough space here. Nothing's gonna interfere with each other. The belt assembly should be good. The fans should be fine. We should have a little bit of room right in between there. Now, honestly, I wanna start cutting for the transmission. And I've looked in here and it looks like if we just cut right about here, we should have all the clearance that we want. But the one thing that I'm concerned about is I'm not 100% sure how I'm actually gonna bolt this to the car. Because if I'm using the stock T56 transmission mount, I would have to raise the transmission pretty high and I think that would put me out of whack for what the angle needs to be. For example, let me pump up this porta power a little bit. This is my makeshift jack right now. I just gotta give this a few pumps and then that's pretty much touching right now. And where it sits right now is essentially the angle that we want. And if we go underneath the car, we can see this black bar right here. That's the transmission mount. And There's still a little bit of a gap before it touches the underneath of the car. And my original plan was just to jack up the transmission until that transmission mount is resting right underneath the floor pan of the Prelude. And then I was gonna bolt it up there and do whatever reinforcing that I had to do for strength. But I feel like if I jack it up to that point, again, we'll be pointing too high. I'm probably gonna wait and brainstorm a little bit, think of exactly how I wanna do that, because I don't wanna set anything in stone right now with that if I don't think it's right. Because once I get that in place, I wanna put the yoke in the front and then the yoke in the back and get a measurement for the drive shaft. I know that that slight angle won't make a huge difference for the measurement from the universal joint to the universal joint for the drive shaft, but I don't want to take any chances. I want to do it right. I will take my time to make sure that I'm confident in the way that I did it. So Greg and Chris, if you're watching this, get your asses over here and figure this out with me. I want to get this stuff done so that we can get the car back on 4 wheels, because obviously I have to jack it up on one side so I could fit underneath the car. So like really the next main goal is to get a measurement for the drive shaft, get that ordered, put the car back down on 4 wheels, and then start working on the fuel and the electrical and wrap up the cooling system as well. Basically so we can fire this thing up. In the next few days, there's gonna be a lot of parts that I'm gonna be ordering, a lot of research that I'm gonna be doing, and I'm gonna have a lot more free time to work on this in the next couple days. So I'm super excited. We did have someone that was gonna get us the water pump pulley and the balancer pulley and an alternator bracket and stuff like that, but I haven't heard from him in a couple days. There was also someone that said that they were gonna get me a carb, but again, I haven't heard from them in a couple days. So that kind of stuff has been slowing me down, thinking that I was gonna get something for free, because obviously that's nice right now when things are getting expensive, but it's come to the point where I would rather just get things done, and I can't wait on anybody. So I'm gonna start ordering everything that I need. The nice weather has got me really excited to try to get this car done ASAP. I dream about starting this thing up and driving down the road. So I really am motivated right now. In other news, we do have a P.O. box now. Because of the Toy Car to GTR series that I'm doing on my other videos, I opened up a P.O. box so that I can make trades with people that aren't local with me from everybody around the world. But it's not limited to just that. I may as well open it to everybody, just in case you want to send me letters, or if you guys want to send me anything you like. I will leave that information here, and I'll also put it in the description as well. Now, I know that you are subscribed because you're still watching the video, and if you're not, I mean, subscribe. But send your friends over my way, send them my channel, whatever you gotta do. Get your friends that are into cars and wanna see some crazy things happen over to my channel and make them subscribe. Help me get to 10K subs. As always, guys, thank you for the support. Thank you for the nice comments. Thank you for the ongoing love, and I will see you guys next week.